Good afternoon, I'm Shawn Yao and this is One News Now. Davao International Airport is gearing up for the possible resumption of international commercial flights very soon. To tell us more about this, we have Jem Avancenia joining us live from Davao City. Jem, how is the LGU preparing for this? And more importantly, when can we expect flights to resume for international commercial flights?
Shawn, government officials had a meeting yesterday to discuss the preparation for the resumption of international commercial flights here in Davao International Airport. Davao Airport Manager Rex Obsena said allowing more commercial flights will help them in dealing with a large volume of passengers who wants to travel. In a phone interview, Obsena said that there's a lot of passengers seeking to fly despite having limited flights per day. He expressed hope that more commercial flights will be allowed to add flight schedules soon. Obsena underscored Davao local government's new policy that aims to lessen COVID-19 transmission from passengers flying to the city. Davao City LGU earlier modified their no negative RT-PCR no-fly policy for Davao-bound air passengers. In the previous policy, a passenger must present a negative RT-PCR result issued within 48 hours before their departure date. But after the policy received backlash, Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte revised the policy. Now, if a passenger failed to present a negative RT-PCR result issued within 72 hours before their departure, they must undergo the test and wait process in the airport. They will be tested for COVID-19 and placed in a holding room while waiting for the result, which usually takes up to 24 hours. Obsena said that government officials discussed the expansion of isolation and holding facilities as well as the improvement on health screening protocols. He disclosed that the airport's holding facility for the test and wait process can only accommodate 35 clients. But Obsena said the local government has already identified some facilities that can be an alternative holding area for the passengers. Here's a few statement from Obsena.
To discuss the resumption of international commercial air traffic. But nakita naman nila yung mga measures natin. I think that they're satisfied with it. But there are some, siguro may mga improvements na sila na ibibigay sa city. I think the resumption might take place as soon as yung mga measures na napag-usapan kahapon will be in order na lahat.
Shawn, Mayor Duterte also said that she will not be attending the fifth sauna of her father on Monday. The presidential daughter said that she wants to avoid being quarantined and undergoing an RT-PCR, saying it's uncomfortable. Shawn?
All right, Jem, in your report, you mentioned that inbound passengers only have to wait 24 hours for test results. Does it really take only 24 hours to get RT-PCR test results? Because here in Manila, it takes a little bit longer than that.
Shawn, the Davao City LGU identified one laboratory which caters all the passengers or all the arriving passengers here in Davao City, and they are making sure that the RT-PCR test they are doing will be more or ito yung mas mabilis so that the passengers could already get their result as soon as possible and can go home as soon as possible. Shawn?
And the pictures that you showed earlier while you were reporting, that was the holding area. We saw like a bunch of beds. Yeah, that was it. So if in
yes,
case...
Shawn, that's the temporary holding area, yes.
Yeah, so what if one passenger then gets the RT-PCR test and it tests positive? Do they then isolate the entire room? How does that work?
Shawn, according to the Davao City LGU, they are making sure that social distancing and health protocols will be observed here in the holding area in Davao International Airport so that if ever that one passenger could be tested positive for COVID-19, it would be easier for them to do contact tracing and that passenger could be sent to the isolation facility as soon as possible. Shawn?
All right, thank you for that clarification. Thank you very much for joining us today. Jem Avancenia joining us all the way from Davao City. And here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. Quezon City Representative Kit Belmonte and human rights lawyers Chel Diokno and Erin Tañada joined the growing number of petitioners against the anti-terror law. They are asking the Supreme Court to annul the entire act for being void and unconstitutional. This is the 12th petition against the controversial statute. Justice Secretary Bernardo Guevara announced that he will meet with the DOJ's team to identify provisions of the Anti-Terrorism Act that need implementing rules and regulations or IRRs. They will also consult with the President's legal team and the Secretariat of the Anti-Terrorism Council regarding the IRR. And the IATF has suspended non-essential travel for Filipinos. Presidential spokesperson Harry Roque explained that only one health and travel insurance firm has agreed to give insurance for non-essential outbound travel. However, those who have booked their flights until July 20 will still be allowed to leave the country. For more updates, follow News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News.